I'm live. Hi, everybody. I decided to put my 2 cents in, and I hope I can get this out of what I want to say. So, here it goes. So, there's a lot going on in the community lately, and I wanted to discuss my beliefs without trying to point any fingers, but to say what I want to say. So, I do not subscribe or call myself a New Age person. There's a lot of things in the New Age that I do not resonate with. And I'm not saying it across the board, but there is enough in the New Age where I feel like there's a lot of blaming a victim. So I'll just say that. So let me start this way. I believe we all create our reality. I'm here creating my reality. Over here, somebody else is creating a reality. And over here, somebody else is creating a reality. We are all individuals creating a reality. And together we call that the collective consciousness. And I don't believe that we are all one, but we are all connected by a web. And that web is we have brought into reality as the World Wide Web, as the internet. That is just a reflection of our inner reality and our abilities to connect. So, when we have all these different realities, sometimes they really meld together and they create more of a cohesive part. And we could call that these realities that meld together, we can call them the community, our community, right? But, and so we have a community that synthesizes with our realities. And I'm getting a little deep here, but that's okay because I want to get deep. But when we create reality, we are very responsible for what we create. I'm responsible. The other people are just as responsible. They're no less responsible for what they create. So let's take, for instance, the Me Too movement or the movement for people speaking out. Okay, sometimes realities clash also, right? So if a woman gets raped, that's because her reality clashed with somebody else. It doesn't mean she drew that experience to her. That's the problem I have with some of the New Age saying, well, we draw everything to us. Not necessarily, because sometimes shit just happens. It just happens. Two realities clash that are totally different, and people end up getting hurt. And it does not mean that I purposely drew that into my reality. It doesn't. It doesn't mean that at all. Because these realities clashed. So we're very responsible for what we do, how we react to what happens, how our realities clash, how we react and stuff. And we have to be responsible in our actions. So when another person or another reality, as it may seem, really demeans and denounces a community that they have been part of, you can't say that does not have an effect, because like the web, what we do over here affects over here. What we do up here affects down here. So to say that we walked purposely into this other person's reality doesn't jive with me. Because she was within the community and she chose to step outside of that reality, but did not do that with grace. Doing it with grace would be just turning and walking away and not saying a word. That would be doing with grace and with responsibility. Speaking about it and denouncing is not walking away with grace. That's pointing fingers and saying that she does not gel so much with this reality, with the community's reality, but denounces it. And that's her responsibility. But it's also our responsibility, or my responsibility, to say, hey, that was not right. My reality, people need to be held accountable for their actions, because every action has a reaction, and every action affects the whole, affects the web. That's why the world has ended up the way it is. I have ancestors. I am a descendant of the witch trials in Salem, Massachusetts. So when denouncing starts, it can seem so innocent, but it can also take on steam. It can start rolling. It can start a movement of hate. And that's what we have to be very careful with. History has shown us how that little bit can explode into a real issue where it doesn't jive, where it really starts to harm others. And that's where I draw the line. And that's why I say, hey, that is not called for. Walk away with grace. Walk away with responsibility. Walk away with integrity. Just walk away. You don't need to do a speech about it. Be responsible for your actions. Don't try to shake the web. Why? Why do that? Because you want attention? Perhaps she was not getting enough attention, so we need to shake it up so we get some. So in my view, be accountable for your actions. And I'm being accountable for my action, and my response is, hey, this shit don't not jive with me at all. It's not being responsible. It's not having integrity. And it's not being graceful. We all have to be responsible for our actions. And my first honor is to harm none, and I mean that. And I know not say, harm none, do as thou will. No, harm none. Have that be your intention. To not harm anyone with your words, with your intentions. It's that simple. It's standing in integrity. And we need to do that right now in the world. And we need to hold others accountable so it doesn't steamroll into a mess. We can't just turn the other cheek and say, oh, well, went in another direction. Yeah, that's fine when you go in another direction, when you do it with grace, and when you do it with responsibility, and without attacking other people. That's fine. But when you make statements to the contrary, then that's not good. That's not standing in truth and standing in the core of who you are as a being. So I guess I'm going to end because I could go on, but that's just my belief. We have to hold people accountable for their actions. If somebody is harming another person, we have to speak up, whether it be words, deeds, or intention. And that's all I'm going to say for now. And now I got to figure out how to end this video. This is the first time I've done it on my phone. So let's see if I can do it, people. Because it doesn't make anything. Okay, let me see. Where's the end of this? Are you sure you want to stop live streaming? Yes. Thank you.